let's do this. Music is a world within itself with a language we all understand. At least that's what Stevie Wonder said, and actually he's right. It is a language that describes patterns. And here we see notes and rests, which correspond to durations of time and frequencies or the absence of sound. And with those simple patterns, we can put together and create even the most complicated pieces of music by combining them into chords, and then combining those into verses and to choruses. Even this song, that's all you need to know. Now you can go out and jam with a band, right? Well, wait a second. That's like saying you know how to program by reading a book about programming. You need to practice, people, right? So if you're going to play with a band, you don't just practice by yourself, right? You need to practice with a band, with other people, because like many interesting activities, it is a team effort. So what I'm going to tell you about is your first band practice. How are you going to actually jam together? Well, the first thing you have to do is decide what songs you're going to play. And you have to have songs that at least two people in the group actually know at the same time. So it's very important to pick those out. Not everyone has to know every song, but there has to be some commonality. Then you have to decide what key of music you're going to play a particular song in. Some songs are the same song, but in different relative pitches. It sounds terrible. So it's very, very important before you start to play, you choose what key of music. And then last, the tempo, how quickly or how slowly. So your friendly drummer is standing by or sitting, as some people say, desk job, sitting there ready to count off, and voila, we've started our first song. This is really exciting, right? We're going. Okay, so what are we going to do now? We've got the groove established. The bass player is part of this rhythm section who actually helps us establish the groove. It's not the drummer. The drummer just set the tempo. And the really important thing about the rhythm section is remembering to keep it simple. Don't stray from the structure of the song, because then the soloists are not going to be able to play the melody or improvise off of that melody to create something that's based on a familiar song but takes it into a whole nother level. And that reminds me, songs are about people. Most songs have lyrics, they have words, they have a singer. It's about the human connection. It's not just a random connection of notes. It's about the choices that we make. So the song is going, everything's great. We played our verse, we played our chorus, people are loving it. Great, time to end the song. Well, how are we going to do that? We're jamming along. The really important thing is to remember it's about communication. We have to make eye contact. We have to look at each other and say, it's time to end the song, guys. Sometimes that's not enough. Sometimes you have to raise the neck of your guitar, twitch around, jump up in the air. Whatever's appropriate for the kind of song. Some songs end slowly, some fade out, some end very quickly. So now we've come to the end of our song. Right? We're getting ready to terminate. It's all over. How are we going to know to do it? We have to look to the band leader. Somebody, it doesn't have to be the singer. It could be the bass player. Somebody has to indicate to the rest of the band, that's it, song is over. Well, if you're a Grammy Award-winning musician like these guys with way more than 10,000 hours of practice, no problem. Right? You know everything you need to know to play music. But what if you don't? What if you're like most of us musicians and you are faking it? You use something called a fake book, which is actually a very compressed form of every song, literally sometimes in the format of blues in E. So with this really compressed format, you can fake your way through thousands of songs, but keep it simple. One of the most important things to remember is do not try to do too much or you will look ridiculous. And what if it happens if you forget the verse? It's okay, sing the verse of a different song, mash them together. But not all mashups work well. Sometimes it's just not happening. End the song. Get out. Get out now. So sitting in is when a musician plays with a group of musicians that they don't know. Sometimes you shouldn't sit in with a band. The music they're playing is not compatible with your music. Or it's original music that has no designable category. Right? So you don't really want to do that. Another thing that's really, really important to remember is once you do get on stage with the band, kick back. You don't have to play all the time. Let the band do their thing and add to it. Help make it better. Don't just take away from it. And you don't need to do a bunch of crazy stage antics in your first and maybe only performance for the rest of your life. Also, when they invited you up for one song, play your song, thank them, leave. Don't stay to do another song unless they say, stay and do another song. And Improvised music is actually some of the most amazing, incredible music that has ever been produced. And as the great bluesman Muddy Waters had said, there's only 3 reasons to play music. That's if you're going to make some money, if you're going to have some fun, or if you're going to learn something. So get out there, have some fun, and make some music. Thank you.